In an exclusive interview with India Today, Taiwan's Foreign Minister Joseph Wu took aim at Beijing and said the democracies of the world must unite to counter China's hegemonic activities. Wu's defiant stance comes at a time when tensions between Taiwan and China are at an all-time high after Beijing took umbrage against U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's visit to the island state and proceeded to carry out large-scale military exercises that violated Taiwanese airspace and territorial waters. Democracies must unite. China's actions are not limited to Taiwan or South China Sea. Australia is worried about China in Solomon Islands. China is building a base in Djibouti, said Wu, detailing China's growing hegemony in Asia and beyond. The Taiwanese foreign minister also touched upon the economic and political crisis in Sri Lanka, and said China, through its massive infrastructure projects and loans to the island nation, had a telling role to play in it. China's actions in Sri Lanka are an eye-opener, he said. Wu's strong condemnation of China and its geopolitical policies came against the backdrop of a visit to Taiwan by a bipartisan delegation of Japanese lawmakers. The delegation will be in Taipei from August 22 to 24, during the course of which it is expected to meet with Taiwanese President Tsai Ing-wen to discuss the recent live-fire drills by the Chinese military and brainstorm how to improve defense and bilateral ties. Japan stands strongly with Taiwan. World must come together, said Wu. Meanwhile, Taiwan has also sought India's help for inclusion in Interpol after China blocked its entry. China, which claims democratically governed Taiwan as its own territory, has been staging military exercises to show its anger about Nancy Pelosi's trip to Taipei earlier this month, blaming Washington for the tension. In fact, Taiwan's defense ministry said 17 Chinese aircraft and 6 Chinese ships were detected operating around Taiwan on Friday. It said this included 8 aircraft that crossed the Taiwan Strait's median line, which in normal times acts as an unofficial barrier between the two sides. China says Taiwan is the most sensitive and important issue in its ties with the United States, and that it has a right to ensure its security and defend its territorial integrity. Taiwan's government says that as the People's Republic of China has never ruled Taiwan, it has no right to claim it or decide its future, which can only be set by the island's 23 million people. With inputs from Reuters.